Mark, thanks. February is known as Relationship Awareness Month, and data shows that 1 in 3 young people will be or are in an unhealthy or abusive relationship. Here to tell us a little bit more about how you can make sure that you're in a happy and healthy relationship is Dr. Tim Perry with Frontier Health. Thanks so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
Well, first, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. What makes a relationship healthy versus toxic?
Well, if you think about the foundation of a healthy relationship, it's built on trust, honesty, open communication, equal and fair treatment, respect, and appreciation. If you just reverse that, then you have a toxic relationship. Distrust, dishonesty, closed communication, no appreciation for the other person, no respect, possessiveness, controlling, and abusiveness to the point even it can be violence and emotional as well as physical abuse.
And I want to talk about abuse in just a moment, but let's talk about some red flags, if you will, that you should be on the lookout for.
If the person that you're in the relationship with doesn't show you mutual respect, doesn't respect you as an individual, doesn't open up with you and share with you about themselves as well as about the relationship, if they want to try to control who you see, who you talk to, who you're around, those kinds of things, if they disrespect the people you care about as well as yourself, those are some red flags that this is probably not a good relationship or could lead to a very toxic situation.
And on the other hand, though, there are some green flags. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, absolutely. If the person that you're in a relationship with shows you that you are important to them, they want to spend time with you, they invest in you of themselves and of their time, they want to respect you as an individual, as a person, lift you up and value you, give you that sense of fulfillment and belonging that makes you want to be with them, green flags that this may be a good relationship.
And I want to go back to abuse, like you mentioned before. Obviously, when you think of that, you think of violence and you think of physical abuse, but there's also mental abuse and even manipulation.
Oh, absolutely. Probably psychological abuse is more common than the physical and sexual abuse. And that's generally someone that just belittles, demeans, mistreats emotionally, tries to control and manipulate someone by breaking down their sense of self-value and self-worth. And they do that in order to control them and try to keep them in a relationship, making them feel like no one will ever love them. They'll never be in a better relationship. And they use that kind of manipulation to control the individual, to gain for themselves that sense of power and assertiveness they want to dominate the relationship.
And I know that a lot of folks, sometimes they see those red flags in the beginning, but when you realize a person or a relationship is just bad news, should you end it there or should you try to maybe fix them or make it get a little better?
You know, we hear a lot about ACEs, the adverse childhood experiences, and how that can have long-lasting effects into adulthood. The same is with adverse relationships. The longer you're in a toxic relationship, the more emotionally and physically damaging it's going to be for you. So when you start realizing that this is a relationship that is not healthy for me, that is not a relationship that's going to promote me or be well for me mentally or physically, end it. You need to start getting out of that relationship. Have the respect for yourself and the confidence in yourself to be able to say, I can say no to this relationship and I can move past it. And I think the sooner you do that, the better, because the toxicity only gets worse and makes it long-term health.
All right, Dr. Perry, as always, great topics, great conversations. And again, Frontier Health has several resources that you or someone you know, if they are in an unhealthy or abusive relationship, they can help you out. For more information, call that number right there on your screen or reach out to that email address right there as well.